Ram Krishna Hari. Today's question is, a person is asking me, I don't have an ability to understand others. Actually, in English, there is a word called empathy. I don't have that capacity. So, can I able to win in this spirituality? Can I develop my love towards everyone? So, this is the question has been asked. Most of you answered very well that the love and the understanding others has no connection. If you are in a love, then automatically the others can understand you, and of course you can also automatically understand others. That will happen naturally and automatically. It is needless for us to develop a particular efforts separately on this aspect. And of course you also gave an example of a mother and a child, born child, that doesn't have even any language, but still out of bond of love make them understand between each other. So therefore, this is not a main criteria. Of course, people may think that if we understand others, only then we can able to have a good relationship between them. Because modern psychologists always insist that you have to understand in relationship, understanding between each other is extremely essential. Only then the love can be developed. Okay, it is one aspect of saying, but that is not the main aspect. If you first of all develop a pure love for others, only then it is understanding is will become easy. As long as we have a lots of likes and dislikes and ego, then even if we have a good intellect, we will understand wrongly. We cannot understand easily others. So when such is the case, this understanding others is the least important when compared to developing a love towards others. So this is what the most of the people have told. And of course, Anna has very clearly explained that all the 5 basic elements, earth, air, water, fire. So all these things are a best set example of showing love to everyone. But all these have any understanding over others? It will never bother about anybody, whether he is a good man or is a bad man or nothing. It just enjoys equally. It just gives its services equally to all. Jnanadev used to say an example that a tree is showing a love for a person who has been growing it as well as for a person who has come for cutting it. So he is equally showing, the tree is equally showing its love to everyone. It never bothers who is a good man or who is a bad man. So Nyande gives a lot of examples like this. So when such is the case, it is not necessary to understand others. And moreover, there is one more big danger is there. If we try to understand others automatically, we may caught into the game of likes and dislikes. Because if we understand that he is a good man, we will develop a likes towards him. If we understand he is a bad man, then we develop a dislikes towards him. That is totally against the love. Therefore, even if you don't understand others, better you can show your love. You can show your love much better than understanding others. Actually, there is no such thing as good and bad. As the whole universe is nothing but the play of Krishna. It's a Maya, it's an illusion, a projection of Krishna. But inside the illusion, of course, for the sake of game, something is higher and something is lower. You should not get caught into that particular case. So therefore, that danger is also there. But if you are not having too much of intellect to understand others, that is very, very good for you. Normally, if we look at your persons, those who have a highly intellect enough, they will be having a lot of likes and dislikes because they can start judging others. And based on each and every activity, their mind will keep on calculating about why they are thinking like this, why they are talking like this. And your mind will be keep on producing large number of thoughts. But the person who doesn't have a huge intellect will not bother about anything, and therefore he doesn't cultivate more thoughts. And the more and more likes and dislikes thoughts definitely increases our ego. And if you are not a wise enough, then automatically you will not have too many thoughts. And it is the indication of yoga. Of course, only one understanding is necessary, which is nothing but samabhavana. We must try to enjoy everything equally. Whether it is a good man or a bad man, we must show our love equally. That's all. If you have this understanding, it is more than enough. And the other understandings, like, see, life is of two things. One, we have to be happy always. The other one, we have to play the game of life. In the game of life, success and failure are part and parcel of the game. But happiness, it is perfectly in our own hand. If we can completely develop our love, then automatically we will be happy always. But of course, in the game of life, we may not succeed many times because we don't have a sharp intellect to judge others. Therefore, we may fail at many times. Many people may use us. Many people may even misuse us. But even in such case also, we are going to be happy because we are in a love. And if, of course, Krishna is asking us and expecting us to be in a love only. He never bothers, you have to be successful in earning money and getting name and fame and all. Those things are 100% secondary aspects. So therefore, the more intellect and the ability to understand others, all these things may give some secondary success for your life. That means that secondary aspect of life. But the primary aspect of life is to be happy and to be in a love. And for that purpose, all what we need to understand is this whole world is nothing but the illusionary projection of Krishna. I'm here just to enjoy each and everything equally. Whether he's a good man or bad man, that doesn't matter. I'm going to show my love, whatever I think. So that understanding is necessary. You may ask a question that if someone is coming and putting some kind of asking to play with you, sorry, if someone is coming to play a game with you, that time, if you don't understand what will happen, see, at that moment, I'm able to understand what he is asking to me and what he is expecting me. And now I don't want to ponder over what is his intention, why he is asking, what will happen in future. I don't bother about all these things. And now, out of love, I'm going to do some kind of reaction. That's all. That game is over now. But in this case, maybe he would have been cheated me. He would have been done some kind of wrong things to me. I might have been cheated. Okay, no problem. It is part and parcel of the game. I'm going to enjoy that also. So on that, because the people's mind is continuously changing. A good man becomes a bad man becomes a good man. Nobody knows at what time, how they are going to be reacted. So therefore, why should I analyze all those things? Let me play the game, whatever the understanding I have. At that moment, I may have some kind of understanding. Out of love, I am going to act. That may be wrong, but according to Krishna's point of view, that is going to be right. So what is the wrong in leading this kind of simple life? And therefore, friends, and my answer is also similar to you. Understanding others is not a very big thing to develop your own love. And the whole of spirituality aims to develop love and not to understand others. And if it is there with love, if you are able to understand others, that may be good enough. But without love, if you try to understand others, that is definitely not going to yield any good thing for you. And therefore, let us cultivate love and love only. This is my answer.